Hello, my name is Ganesh Reddy. Today I am going to present a company review on Dabur India Limited. Starting with the contents. Here, these are the contents: company profile, overview and history, vision and mission, principles and key people, portfolio, subsidiaries, questions, photo analysis, marketing mix, photos by post model, BCG matrix, financials, and CSR policy and activities. First is a company profile. The name is Dabur India Limited and is a public company. It, it concerns BSC as BSC number is 5001 096 and NSE as Dabur. It's a FMCG industry, fast moving consumer goods industry, and it was founded in 1884 by S.K. Burman. And so the name also comes with this, his name, Daf plus Bur. Its headquarters is in Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, and Amit Burman is the chairman, and Mohit Malhotra is the CEO of Dabur India. Overview. Dabur India is one of the leading Indian consumer goods industry in healthcare, oral care, skincare, and home care and foods. It has a 130-year-old Ayurvedic company and promoted by Burman family, which started operating in 1884 as an Ayurvedic medicines company. It has a wide distribution network covering over 6.7 million retail outlets in both rural and urban markets with a portfolio of over 250 herbal or Ayurvedic products. And it also has huge presence in the overseas markets and are today available in over 100 countries across the globe. And its history. In 1884, it took its birth, and in 1896, it started a manufacturing plant, and in 1936 it got its name as Dabur India Private Limited, and it started a R&D center in Shahibabad factory, and it it named as Public Limited Company in 1986, and also started a treatment in cancer treatments, and yeah, after that in 2003 it demerged its pharma business, and in 2010 it makes its first overseas acquisition. The, these are the vision and mission statements. Vision statement is dedicated to the health and well-being of every household. This is the mission statement. Being a leader in the natural FMCG industry and aims in offering quality products and distributors higher returns to stakeholders. And these are the principles of the Dabur company. There is ownership, that is, they are the owners. So they are the owners, so they accept every responsibility and accountability to meet its business needs. And second is that their passion for winning. They are leaders in area of responsibility with a deep commitment to deliver results. And next one is people development. They uh, they for them people are the most important asset. So they add value through result driven training and encourage and reward excellence in consumer focus. They have superior understanding of consumer needs and develop products to fulfill them better. And teamwork. The principle of mutual trust and transparency in a boundaryless organization. They have the intellectual honesty advocate proposals, including recognizing risk. Innovation. They have continuous innovation in products and processes in the base of success. And integrity. They are committed to the achievement of business success with integrity. And they are honest with customers, business, with business partners, and with each other. These are the key people of the Dabur company. Amit Burman, chairman, and here is the photo of S.K. Burman, the founder, and the CEO Mohit Malhotra. This is the product portfolio of Dabur. First is that healthcare, and the healthcare consists of health supplements, food supplements, and Ayurvedic medicines and traditional herbal medicinal products. And in hair care, it consists of oils, shampoo, conditioners. In oral care, they have toothpaste, mouthwash, and adhesives. And next is the skin care. In that, they have facial bleachers, fresheners, face pack, face wash, scrubs, etc. And home care, they have air fresheners, liquid soaps, mosquito repellents, and also they offer packaged juices in food area. And these are the subsidiaries of Dabur, Dabur International, Dabur Research Foundation, Dabur Investment Corporation, H&B Stores Limited, Dabur Egypt Limited, etc. And it is the consolidated revenue breakup in which it has a consumer business of around 57.6% and international business at 28.2% and with food business as in 10.9% and others consist of 3.3%. And in consumer case is the highest for these Dabur, so in which their sales are categorized as health supplements with 18.9% and foods at 15.9%, home care 6.9%, digestive 6.3, and OCD and hair care consists of 21.1%. And it is the international business revenue breakup where it comes highest from Middle East with a 28.4% and next is Asia with 22.6% and Africa at 23.2% and Americas 13.5% and Europe 12.3%. The pest analysis. These are political factors. The government intervenes. The government supports the industry to expand and to export its products and to grow. Next is the trading policies. They are also favorable for Dabur company, so it can export its product and it also help him to expand and to grow. Next, economic factors. First one is the consumer focus. They are continuously focusing on analyzing the consumer needs and develop products to fulfill their needs. This is the main reason for the growth of the Dabur company. And living standard. Rising the living standard of people have increased their production level and produce high quality and variety of brews. And national income. National income is important factor as it affects the growth of the organization. Per capita income is more than the amount spent will be more, and if it will be lower, the amount spent will be less. Inflation rate. Inflation means the rise in the value of the product in the company. This directly affects the growth of the organization. Next is the socio-cultural factors. First are demographics. And it is also unfavorable to Dabur. Next are distribution of income, consumerism. Consumerism indicates that a large number of options are available for purchasing the goods to customers. Education levels and the law affects social behavior. And technological factors. And technological we have discoveries and innovations, advancement in technology, automation, obsolete trade, research and development. And environmental factors, we have environmental regulations and environmental protection. And in legal factors, we have companies law, employment law, consumer protection, and industry specific regulations. This is a SWOT analysis of Dabur. Yeah. First are the strengths. Main strength is that they have the 100 years old brand name which is still running, and they have diversified product portfolio with many products, and they are the leader in herbal products in Indian market, and they are also innovative and financially strong brand. And weaknesses, they have limited presence in foreign markets and they have lack of brand stores. We cannot find more brand stores of Dabur, but we can find them in regular markets. And lack of awareness regarding Ayurvedic products and medicines to the customers. Opportunities, and these are growing awareness of yoga and Ayurveda in international markets, expansion of product line, and growing popularity of herbal beverages, brand promotion through Ayurvedic health clubs and brand retail stores, threats, rising competition in Indian markets, in competition from allopathic medicines, and competition from foreign brands in beauty care and home care segment. And this is a marketing mix. First one is a product. And Dabur has a several products line including home, personal and beauty and hygiene products and also has juices. And it has an extensive product line that consists of personal care products including herbal oils and beauty products like Dabur Vatika, which is the mostly used oil, and also Dabur Gulabri. It, it comes in various sizes including large, medium and small sizes packages. And next place, Dabur has extensive presence in the Indian market, and it has focused on improving its presence in the South Indian markets where its sales has low, and also in foreign markets it is not as extensive as in Indian markets and price. And Dabur has kept the prices of its products under control to remain profitable and competitive with its competitors, and also available in various sizes to tap into the large customer base and promotion. And they have devoted significant resources to promote its products, and they also use both the traditional and digital channels for its advertisements and in regional newspapers and magazines as well as television and the internet. And uh, add with they also have a number of ads with Amitabh Bachchan, who is a famous Bollywood celebrity, and um, they also include many sports stars to promote his brands. And next is the Porter's five force model. The threat of new entrants, which is low, because it has 100 years of legacy, and brand loyalty and economics are all come in favor of Dabur. And substitutional threat, which is medium, and being one of the leading company, Dabur is really competitive, and it does not compromise the quality and have the competitive rates, and it has the trust and loyalty of the customers, being the most experienced company. And Dabur Amla hair oil is the most used hair oil in the whole country for the years. And competitive rivalry, which is high because it has major competitors like Nestle, Hindustan Unilever, Marico, and etc. And also demand for Dabur products is low in rural areas when it's compared to other competitors. And bargaining power of customers is also high because there are number of competitors for it. So the bargaining power of customers also increases. And and to stand out of this, they have to adopt new strategies. And bargaining power of suppliers, which is low because it has 100 years of presence. It has a very strong bond with its suppliers, and it has also a policy which is accountable to stakeholders, be it customers, shareholders, employees, or suppliers. And this is the BCG matrix, where the stars are the Dabur Red Toothpaste and Real Fruit Juice and Gulabri. And the question mark is that their newly acquired New You brand and Fem Beauty Care products and Balsara. And the cash cows are those Hajmola, which is a major consumable tablets, and Chyawanprash and Dabur Hamla hair oil and Dabur glucose. And these dogs are Vanitos and Dabur balm, and also it's a lal powder. And these are the financial and profit and loss state. Uh, Profit and loss account of the 5 years, where you can see it has consistent increase in its sales and also in its total income, and also in consistent maintaining the expenditure, and and net, and its net profit also consistently increasing with the years. And these are the cash flows of the 5 years. And it's the balance sheet of the 5 years for the. It remained its share capital with its 176 million. It is this, the Dabur India CSR policy. Its CSR vision is that through sustainable measures actively contribute to the social, economic, and environmental development of the community in which we operate, ensuring participation from the community and thereby create value for the nation. And its CSR vision statement is that ensuring socio-economic development of the community through different participatory and need-based initiatives in the best interest of the poor and deprived sections of the society so as to help them to become self-reliant and build a strong tomorrow for themselves. Ensuring environmental sustainability through ecological conservation and regeneration, protection and regrowth of endangered plant species, and promoting biodiversity. And these are the CSR activities. First one is that eradicating hunger, poverty, and malnutrition, and they are promoting healthcare industry for preventive healthcare and ensuring environmental sustainability and ecological balance and employment and livelihood, enhancing vocational skills and projects, including like tailoring, beautician, Mehendi application, food processing, preservation, and other life skill training and livelihood enhancement projects. And it also promotes education, especially among children, women, elderly, and the differently able persons. And it also promotes gender equality and women empowerment. And its contributions or funds provided to technology incubators located within academic institutions which are approved by the central government, and also to participate in rural development projects. Thank you.